Hello there, traveler, and welcome to Kymaticus, where through the roles we play, we spin our tale. This is our weekly D&D 5e session here on Forward Unto Saves, and I am joined by my companions, Tyler, playing the Divine Soul Sorcerer, Circeus and Agnos. John, playing Eldon Roland, the Eldritch Knight Fighter. Cassie, playing Rona Thimbley, the Life Domain Cleric. And Dylan, playing Hector Stoneborn, the Oath of Conquest Paladin. And I am Alexander, your weaver of tales. So, without further ado, hang up your cloak, grab a drink, and kick back as we dive into this chapter of Kymaticus. Ow! Ow! All right. So, where we last left off. We ventured into the archives of Castle Vemiar, uncovered a star map, a map of what is east of Ilimsara, to figure out where your companion Saren and her new friend Tamara Hawk, along with an old friend, Corwin, are headed. You also found a copy of the peace treaty and a copy of the trade agreement between Al-Dhari Empire and Kavorat. You then went to go to a council meeting where essentially you're kind of leaving everything in the hands of Ozymandias, your right-hand man, Honora, Rona. And you all went to bed. You each had dreams that were interesting, which led to a level up. So everyone has rolled health, everyone has long rested. And we wake up in the morning and we start with Hector and Rona. As the water outside brightens even further from the rising sun over Castle Vemiar, you hear a gentle knock on the door.
Quick, hide the cup.
You mind your cup. Come in!
Ozymandias pops his head in. My queen, Hector. We have chariots outside of the Ukaran embassy waiting for you. I'll meet you downstairs when you are ready.
Thank you.
He closes the door, leaving you two alone. Anything you wish to talk about before you ready up and head down? All right.
I mean, we're awake, right? I mean, I'm awake now.
In a moment. Eldon. You rise up after a bittersweet dream. Anything you wish to do this morning besides the normal readying up?
I'm gonna kind of just sit on the bed for a bit, just legs on the floor and just kind of staring at the wall. I'll call Luna, my pseudo-dragon, over.
Okay. Your pseudo-dragon was perched on the window nearby, outlooking it's actually overlooking kind of the southern border, the southern coast of Castle Vemiar. She flies over to you, perches herself up on your forearm.
I'll just pet her for a bit and go, miss you, Mom. After all, that's why you were named Luna. And then I'll start getting ready.
Circeus, you wake up after a very, very weird dream, but your arm covered in a gift from who you can only think of, Torm. What do you do?
I'm gonna turn over, kind of grab the shard, because I'm assuming I would have put it down and been able to fall back asleep. I mean, we're kind of used to these weird dreams. I've just been like, what do you mean the rest? Oh, I guess we're going east, at least at some point. I'll get out of bed, take a second on the edge, look over and examine the arm. Just like, thank you. And I'll get up.
All right. As you all ready yourselves up, don your armor, you head down. And you meet in the entrance hall Ozymandias. Are we all ready?
I believe so.
No. I still need to go grab the map that's being made.
Oh,
Yes.
by all means. You
yes,
run
thank
off
you.
to do that. A moment, Lenora, please. As you walk off to privately talk with Ozymandias, your talk yesterday, it was passionate. Even the
But
spy master thought you spoke with heart, which I didn't even think she had one. But I understand that this position of royalty is new to you. Hard decisions will have to be made when the time comes. I will be there to help you make them, as will your friends. But understand that if this option at peace does not go to plan, you will have to pick a side.
I understand what you're saying to me. I wish I had a way to express to you that I will not have to pick a side, because the petty war that will erupt will be the least of our concern. There will be no more sides.
I fear that you are more queen than Rosa ever was. Dare I say your mother? I will stand by you, whatever the decision. In the meantime, trust me, I will look out for Kavorat, for Castle Vemiar, our allies, in your absence. I'll notify you if anything important changes.
So this is a really inappropriate time, but can you tell me about, the night
The night.
that my parents disappeared or ran off with me? What happened?
You were born in the abandoned tower, as it is now. There was a coup already in wait. The moment that you were birthed into this world, they planned to label you as this demon. Destined to bring ruin to not just the Vemiar Isles, but also Kavorat. I was one of the first people there. I had my hunch that Rosa was planning something. I wasn't sure what, though. I had to be very careful I played both sides. Luckily, Rosa never caught on to my loyalty to your mother. That night, I quickly rushed you, your mother, and your father out of the castle through a couple of secret passageways that only I know of. Well, only me and a few others. I was able to take you down at the southern end of our eastern dock. I then rode to shore near what today is the Ukaran Embassy, or close to it. It was a foggy morning, early morning. When I reached the shore, it was the last time I ever saw your mother, your father, and the last glance I ever got to look at you. I thought they'd be safe. I've never heard from them again.
My father's dead. Definitely.
How do you know?
It's really hard to explain.
Well, I'm sorry. He was a good man. Do you know of your mother? I waited from that day on for you to come back. I had ears all throughout Kavorat for anyone that would match your mother's description. Nothing. I didn't think that she would have actually crossed through the forest or wherever to put you in another country. But she did. She's a very powerful woman. She was. I don't
Can
much.
I roll an insight check?
Go ahead.
Did he love her?
Maybe.
I mean, he's
It sounds like it.
drow, right?
Yeah, he is a dark elf, yes.
Yeah. And so score. What am I rolling? Insight.
You have a hot mom.
Okay, 25.
Oh, there's definitely something.
Oh, we discovered another cool story.
He kind of gets choked up on his words. I hope she's okay, whatever she is. But I'm glad, very glad that you made it. And like I said, trust in me. Everything will be looked after the way you intend it to be.
Thank you. What do I do with this? I'll just like...
It's up to you. Take it. Leave it. Either way. Your throne will be vacant. I will only stand next to it. And if you leave the crown while you are not here, it will not be worn by anyone. There's only one worthy of it.
I guess I'll keep it, just in case.
Very well. Cerseus, you make your way over to the archives. Is there anything you wish to do? Or just retrieve the map, come back?
Just retrieve the map and come back.
All right.
Leave the old one there.
Yeah, yeah. You have a new map of essentially the eastern part of this world. It's it's what's beyond Ilimsara. So
Nice.
you have the eastern side. But as you guys are finishing up this intriguing conversation, Cerseus appears back in the Great Hall, the entrance hall, with a newly produced map.
Nice.
I think we're gonna need this.
So
I have a
That's a good find.
I shall take you to the teleportation circle. A quick... Yes.
Before I leave, I wanted to go try to find Ezekiel. If he's available.
He said he would be joining us. He had business to do at the embassy. And he looks past you. Speak of the devil. Ezekiel walks into the Great Hall. Helmet underneath his arm. Massive morning star, but without the spikes right now. As he walks, he sees everyone kind of looks at him. So he decides to flourish.
Nice.
He kind of bangs the morning star against the hard stone floor, and as he does, the radiant energy pours out of it to create an actual morning star. Spikes of pure sun energy.
This guy's really cool.
He puts it over his shoulder, and it kind of protrudes like a halo would in like the...
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
like the Jesus painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
What's light
Good
behind?
morning. Turns it off. Glad I caught you. Heading to the embassy, yes?
That's where we're headed.
Excellent. Sleep well?
Yeah, it was a good night.
Good. The rest of you? My queen?
Oh, yeah, great. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Are we ready?
I think so.
Excellent. Sir Ozzy, lead the way. Of course. And he begins to walk Kane out. Takes you down a hall, through a couple more hallways, and into the chamber with a teleportation circle in the center. Ozzy takes you to the circle. You all step on, including Var, Ennius, Turles, Tobias, Abe, Icaros, and Ezekiel. There's a lot of NPCs that have a
We have
problem.
a huge
I
amount.
feel like they're being shelled eventually.
Not for long. But they all hop on. Ozymandias stays off. Best of luck,
Thank you.
Lenora. Hector, watch after her, please.
I will.
Even though she might not need it if she's anything like her mother. Eldon. Pleasure.
I'll give him a salute.
And Cerseus.
Thank you.
Good luck, all of you. He turns over to a mage who seems to be kind of in charge of this whole area. The mage. Hold your breath. And a flash of bright white light. Blink of an eye, you're in a completely separate room. You see 3 of the golden lions there. As they look over, they see Ezekiel. Hey guys, the dawn has arrived. And they begin to walk over. Ezekiel walks down, ignites his morning star one more time. Good morning, brothers. It is nice to see you all. I bring with me the new queen of Kavorat, Honora Vemiar. I believe she also would like to go by Rona, but Honora Vemiar. Hector, these are my friends, the Golden Lions, some of my closest allies. Anyways, Ozymandias told me that you all have chariots waiting at the front gates. Sandrakes. Never seen one myself. I'll walk you to the gate. Sound good?
Sounds good.
That's great.
Not like we got much of a choice.
Golden Lions, hold it down. Walks past. The Golden Lions.
He's really chipper today.
The Golden Lions do like a yes, sir.
Anything
All
I
just,
just
like,
to be said, his
heavy
boyfriend was
armor.
leaving.
Mm-hmm.
All gold plated. But
That's
he walks
awesome.
past. He does a quick whistle, and Azure, his actual golden wing lion, approaches him. Hello, friend. No flying today. We're gonna take a stroll, but feel free to join us. Follow me. And he begins to take you eastward towards the gate of the embassy. It's about a 10-minute walk, so if there's anything you guys wish to discuss, now's the time.
I was going to wait for a moment where I could talk to Ezekiel and.
You could run
private.
up and be alone with them if you'd like to.
I was like, I'll wait for it. That's like a farewell conversation.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'll kind of walk next, like where Rona is.
Yeah.
Like, can I ask another favor, please?
Sure. What you got?
Could you check in on Bessie for me? I'm kind of worried. We're cutting it close.
Do I have confirmation at all that the barriers are down?
He said, go ahead.
Okay.
Like, he kind of said, leave it to him. He said it could be done quickly, so you feel pretty confident that it is.
Okay. Then I will send a message to Bessie.
Okay.
Wow,
What
I
do you
know.
say
Did this
to Eldon's wife?
Hello, dear. Rona here. Eldon sends his best. How are you feeling? How far along? When are we due? Any pain? That's what I'll say.
All right. She responds back. Oh, I feel like I'm lugging around a sack of potatoes, but I feel fine. Maybe another 1-2 months. Eldon's dad helps a lot.
Cool. I'll relay the information. The way she's talking, though, I feel like it's closer to 1. But I didn't do a whole lot of baby stuff. So it's a guess.
Thank you. And you see he's now visibly happier. He's a lot more awake, and he seems to got some pep in his step as he kind of walks with a little bit of a swagger, just
All
knowing
right.
everything's all right.
Gonna walk up next to Rona.
Yeah.
Ezekiel. I think that's great.
Ezekiel's literally walking almost like he's like swinging his hips a little bit. He has a good little golden lion ass.
You get the, oh, he hauled the dump truck.
He's got a shield off on his side, massive unignited morning star on his back. He keeps on kind of looking back to make sure that either you're following or looking at him, one of the two. But he keeps on swashing his long golden hair in the wind.
Couldn't ask for a better ally.
I feel like he needs a haircut.
Well, then you couldn't see it flow.
That's true, I guess.
Tyler, anything you wish to do on this walk?
I'm gonna study the map and see if I could pinpoint where I kind of like what I saw first, and I like because he's trying to point out how to explain what he saw in his dream to everybody.
So the map that you have shows kind of half of Ilimsara.
Mhm.
On the map, it does say the Black Lands.
Okay.
You've heard the tale of Ilimsara. Roughly 1,500 years ago, the country was under a dictatorship that ended up forcing a lot of native population off of the continent. It was in the mess of this where the settlers left from Ilimsar to come over to Tirafel with Garadrifel and his first voyage. That is a long time ago when they settled. Pretty much right after everyone left Ilimsara, or right around that time, something happened. They're not sure what. They just call it the falling. 80% of Ilimsara, with the only 20% being inhabitable as the far western part of it. But 80% of Ilimsara is uninhabitable. Not like the Black Sands where it's toxic, but nothing grows here. Nothing can live there. Nothing natural. The map that you have shows what is east of Ilimsara, but it also encompasses the eastern half. So it does show the Black Lands.
Okay. All right. Well, as he's looking for that, I mean, and he's trying to figure out a plan. He's gonna. I guess he would have something like in his bag, like where he's holding the junction somewhere, and he's gonna pull it up, kind of keep it hidden still, and just try to say to it like, Sasha, I may need you later.
Okay,
And
kind of
put
say
back
it to us.
down.
All right. And you guys continue. You reach the gate. Ezekiel does like a really like sexy like about face. All right. So
Oh no!
He pulls the tour guide.
open the gate.
He's hot.
The gates begin to
Oh,
open.
no.
On the outside, you see a couple of stable hands next to massive lizards. They were very similar to guard drakes that you saw in Radesh outside the city of Canumbra. These, however, have almost a... they match the sand. And as you see one of the servants kind of go on the other side of it to, like, either make sure the harness is fastened on properly, you actually see through the sandrake it has almost like a cloak, kind of similar to like a chameleon. It actually matches
it's like
visage of
reflecting
the stable hand.
light.
Yeah,
I got it.
really good camouflage on these things.
Nice.
If
Cool.
some of this wasn't stone that they were on, you wouldn't see them, besides maybe their eye. But yeah, you step forth. There are 3 carriages. Each can hold 2. So, as you step forth, Ezekiel walks up to one of the carriages. Guard drakes, the fastest land something, I forget, but they're fast. I guess this is it, guys. Honora, it has been a pleasure to meet you. It has been a pleasure to watch you sit on the throne, and if you ask me, I think you're a hell of a lot better than Rosa. But that's just my opinion.
See, there you go.
Anyways,
I'm glad I've turned your mind around.
as long as the relationship between Bukhara, my kingdom, and Kavorat remain intact, you have a friend in me. So,
Does he look like he's acting funny, or is it just like a
No,
really
it's just
good
who he
day?
is.
Okay.
He
over
is
the
great.
top,
He's-
lawful
okay.
good paladin.
Isn't the council meeting? He was different.
He's showing off because Gideon's paying attention.
Yeah. Right.
So
Spotlight's on
anyways,
him.
let's get you guys going.
Thank you.
He begins to open up kind of the carriage doors. Cerseus, who are you riding with?
Why you gotta ask me first, man?
So when it goes for 2, does the pet count as one of those 2?
I guess, first of all, you need 4 carriages because you got all the NPCs. But the pets will not be able to fit inside the carriage. So,
Ikros prefer to fly anyways.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Abe
going.
can ride right next to you.
Okay. Like, okay, but they're fast. Like they gotta let Abe stay. Like,
Ennius Day 4, Hector, your archmage from Alvaron, a little stout gnome with kind of long bluish and gold flowing robes, long white Fu Manchu, sitting on a floating pillow that was once a magic carpet that got transformed via the shard of the Anith. As he floats on his pillow, He kind of goes right to that first carriage that Ezekiel opens. Says, yes, care to join?
Sure. I'll join you. I have some things to discuss with
Oh,
someone at least.
Gossip.
I think your opinion would help.
the carriage door closes. Ezekiel goes on to the next. Var hops in. Who wants to be with Var?
Davius.
Ah,
You mean Tobias?
yeah. Tobias walks up.
Tobias, my bad.
Var, you said you gotta talk to me about something. Tobias, Var's friend from a long time ago, concerned about all the travels that Var's gone on since they last seen each other. You hear Var say, yeah, it's kind of big news. Come on in. And Tobias, all right, hops in the carriage. Ezekiel closes behind. He opens up the carriage door for you. Turles walks up. I figured we could share a carriage.
Give the two lovebirds some alone time, and I'll get in and start prepping some paper and ink.
He hops in behind you. Thank you, Ezekiel. Ezekiel says, so long, friends. Closes the door. Goes to the last carriage, opens it up. My queen.
I'll hop up into the carriage.
Hector.
Ezekiel, before I hop in, I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. That's all. I just want to let you know, it was great meeting you. It's brought me a lot of happiness to know there's more like me out there.
I cannot agree more, brother.
And knowing that, I just wanted to let you know that there's gonna become a time, hopefully not soon, you're gonna have to make a very unfair choice to you. And I just wanted to let you know that if the time comes to where we have to face off as enemies, then I'll do it with the most honor I have.
You'll receive the same from me. Life is full of things that are unfair. We have to find and ride that line between justice and injustice.
Right. Well, may we meet again as friends.
Shakes your hand, grabs the forearm,
And
pulls
bring him
you
in
in
for a hug.
Yeah.
Bro hug.
It's a pleasure meeting you, Hector.
The same to you, Ezekiel.
He opens up the carriage door for you. Go ahead.
I'll step inside.
All right. It was nice meeting you, Queen Honora. Hector, till next time.
Till next time.
Gives you a wink, closes the door. You hear footsteps. You hear footsteps approach rapidly towards your carriage, and Belzan runs up to the kind of the window in that carriage door. I forgot to tell you, I'm not coming. I spoke with Ozymandias.
Mhm.
The extra troops to conquer the south are most likely needed. I'll be taking Ezekiel with me. Just thought you should know.
You're in good hands.
He's in good hands.
So,
He's not perfect.
I
I
wanted
beg to
to
differ.
thank you. All of you. Honora, if it wasn't for you, my people in the south wouldn't stand a chance against my father. I cannot tell you how much that means to me,
Stop. It's
but
too...
more importantly, I owe you. When the time comes, call me. Nothing's stopping you anymore.
You don't owe anyone anything. You saved my brother's life. As far as I'm concerned, we're even. But I'd be happy to use your help wherever you'd be willing to offer.
When it's time to retake your kingdom, call for me.
I will. And thank you for helping me change my mind.
Thank you for the same. He gives you a quick shake. Good luck, Queen.
You too, Velzen.
Backs off. And as the sand drake carriages begin to pull you away, Belzan watches your cart with you and Turles go by. Good luck, Eldon.
You as well. You seem you will need it.
Turles looks out the window. I hope we meet again. Likewise.
Don't forget the stuff.
As you pull forward the Var carriage. Thanks for saving me, I guess.
I guess.
I mean, I guess.
Belzan, you needed it, Var. Oh, you needed it. And then the final carriage with Cerseus and Ennius. Your names rhyme.
Yay!
But the final carriage passes by Belzan. So long, Cerseus.
We'll see each other soon, don't worry.
I hope so. Goodbye, strange floating gnome. Goodbye! Goodbye. So as you guys peel away, Belzan and Ezekiel are left in the distance behind you until the height of dunes hide them. So, as you are on your way towards the east, towards the Golhana Mesa, and on your way to the Black Mountains, where south of the Wall of Tyrian, you are to be retrieved from your year-long mission. 2.5 years real life, though.
Yeah.
But in the Cerseus Ennius carriage, you said that there was something you wished to discuss.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
please, I'm all ears. I love new things. Conversation, objects, doesn't matter. Go ahead.
No, you love gossip. You don't love everything. Tell me
Agree to
I'm
disagree.
wrong.
Continue. So, what is it that you wish to discuss, Cerseus?
Well, I'll pull my arm up, or what if anything's covering it.
Yeah, the
'Cause
robe
I
that
don't
you
know
have
if
on.
anybody's seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Ooh.
expanded last night. I think I saw our next destination. You said it's what? Ilantar?
Ilum Sara.
Oh, Cersei sounded out
okay,
for a
I
minute.
forgot the M.
You're good.
I'm gonna pull out the shard.
Yeah.
The being inside here called to me and said I needed to find the rest. You have more experience with this than I do. What? Do you think all of them could be out there?
He uses a mage hand to lift it from you and pull it towards himself. He examines it without touching it, just looking at it. A fascinating object. Rumored to be a shard of something, and if you look at this one side, it is smooth. Perfectly smooth. This is the outside of a piece I can only imagine roughly twice the size of your head, which is big.
Oh.
But if this voice spoke to you to find the rest, we at least know this came off of something bigger.
Do you know where your studies have taken you for the rest of them?
It is my intention to uncover the whereabouts of Cillian Aratus, my old colleague. And after that, if you wish to learn more about Falas, we must go to the Order Nova, speak with Archon Vale.
Okay.
That is in my
I just-
plans. Also, I
I just
need to
want to
catch
know-
up on all the things I've missed from Alvaron. It's been over 2 decades.
Got a bit of work lined up for you, don't you think?
Oh, quite a bit. And once I find the person that's been my imposter, well, they will not be around much longer.
Well, I hope you give them no mercy. But
If you do, however, think that Ilimsara is your destination, I'll have you know this is precisely where actually I found this shard.
okay, well, seems what we need to head there. But I'm also scared because the voice told me that the man who believes he holds my soul is there.
Who,
That
what now?
means the-
We did what now?
I don't think I've heard this part yet. Wait a minute, you're talking about some country. I want to hear about this.
Juicy gossip now.
I may have accidentally summoned a demon under the guidance of Baphomet. I was tricked.
Oh.
He is
Baphomet.
there waiting for me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we can just talk to Baphomet and sort it out. It's probably no
Oh,
problem
yeah,
at all.
Of course. Pay him 100 gold and tell him to go on his way, and it'll be fine. But
Isn't he like 2 stories tall, too?
something like that. He has
Yeah.
a long ass sword.
I'm sure
Trust
he
me, I
has
know.
a good, sure he's open for a dialect to discuss the terms of the agreement that,
Idiot, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. He's not going to bargain at all.
Oh, okay, if you understand that, I don't need to beat around the bush either. Well, no. I'll tell you, the best course of action is to make sure you have all your friends, and maybe some more friends, and then if you can get a help of that, whoever put the gauntlet on you, that god right there, if you can get his help, and maybe some more help.
And
should be
let
good.
me guess.
But
Make
count
sure
me
that
out,
you're-
I'm not going, I'll tell you that.
I was about
I'm
to
not
say, let me guess,
going.
the last step is
Oh, that's a bunch of-
make sure you're far away.
Oh, don't worry, I'll just stay on this plane. You know, where he's not. Anyways, that is crazy though. But if you do. Interesting. Wait, so in your dream, when the voice spoke to you, it said that it believes that the one who has your soul. What was it again?
The one who believes he has my soul is waiting for me.
In a vision that you had about retrieving the rest of. That doesn't bode well.
I don't know how this being in the shard knows, but it knows. Otherwise, I wouldn't have mentioned it, because why else would you say the being who believes they have your soul is there? I mean, that's very specific.
I'll tell you what, Celsius, and I'll be completely honest with you. I think if you want to collect the rest, you're going to have to go through a lot. It might not even be in Ilimsara, but Ilimsara is inhabited by demons last I was there. I wonder if there's a way to another dimension.
A couple of them chased me in my vision. I don't know how they saw me, but they...
Want to play some cards or something? I have cards. Let's play cards. He reaches into
Sure.
his bag, pulls out a deck of cards. They flourish around. Magic cards. He starts to lay them out in the seat between you guys.
I am not betting money on any of this.
I
feel
just
like
want
you
to stop
cheat me
talking
out.
about this, that's all. We're leaving Kavorat. I was
cheat me
imprisoned
very
here
well.
for quite some time. Today's a good day. Let's not ruin it. In the cart further up, Varn and Tobias are talking, but I'm not about to talk to myself for 10 minutes. In the cart further ahead of that, Eldon, you and Turles are speaking. You know, I didn't like Belzan in the beginning. I mean, He worked at the prison, obviously, and
I did hear what he did to you, so
some unforgivable things, but Rona was able to undo that. I saw something inside Velzan that I've seen inside myself before. Something. It's passion. I know when he speaks of the South, when he speaks of having to face his father, I know he means it. I know he does. Anyways, it's been quite some time since we've been
home.
westbound and out of Al-Dhari. So, you excited to go back?
Definitely. I've been.
Where are you from in Al-Dhari?
I'm actually not. I'm actually from Radesh.
Oh, I'm sorry, I assumed. Radesh. Where are you from in Radesh?
The Doni Canal Guard area.
Oh. Not a bad place.
It's very beautiful this time of year.
I heard, Mr. Islegard, he's a dwarf, I believe.
He is a tough SOB.
Yeah.
He did not play around when I managed to set Gideon up with a request.
Well, there you go. Well, nice. I've never been to Radesh.
You should come visit. It's very nice. A lot of sea air.
I like the mountains, believe it or not, but I'll give it a shot. And I'll hold you to it.
And certainly swing by. I'll provide a dinner. Maybe once I've actually built a house and two.
All right.
And I'll get back to spitballing ideas with them back
Yeah.
and forth in the cart as I'm just writing a letter.
About houses and stuff?
Like houses and just feelings.
Okay.
Well done talking about his feelings.
Further up
first.
in the head cart, you all. I guess it's important to mention this. One of you's driving.
That would be Turles on that matter.
Sorry, Hector, you're driving.
Turles.
You can see
I'll get
just
on mine.
barely up in the sky. You can see Icaros. In front of you, it's kind of tricky because when you're watching this Sandrake move, you can see him, and then for a moment you're like, "Oh, is this invisible?" And then you see him, and then it's like it's pretty crazy. But a cool creature nonetheless. About the same size as Abe, a little bit bigger. It's actually close to a horse.
Okay.
Size-wise. Direwolf is pretty big too. But as the Scar Drake still, pulls on, it's fast. You're moving fast. You can tell the tires and the suspension really built for the
Moving.
loose sand. Yeah. But as you continue, anything that you two wish to discuss?
Anything you'd like to talk about? It's gonna be a long ride.
Sure, why not? You first.
Can I tell you, I am excited.
Two.
I'm going back to Al-Dhari. I'm close. I'm so close, I can feel it.
That's very exciting.
I get to see everyone again. Get to retake my home. I'm so... it feels good. It's been a long year. I'm almost there. It's almost over.
Yeah. That's true.
First time in a long time, things are starting to look up.
I think so. They do seem to be tending that direction.
You feeling any better about Queen?
No. Maybe.
Give it time. Seemed pretty natural.
No, that definitely looked like an infant trying to walk for the first time.
We all have to do that, I guess.
I mean, it's cute and all, I'm sure, but it was troublesome.
Oh, cute, definitely. That's okay. So you get your bearings, I'll be there.
Until?
Well, I'll be there after, too.
All right. So, each of these carts was suited out with enough rations for 3 weeks, which is roughly the journey it's going to take to get to the western side of the Black Mountains. So, to expedite the process a little bit, a path was laid out for you. Northern Kavorat is a lot less scary than southern Kavorat. There's rough posts that kind of show roads. Granted, a lot of this is dunes, but you do travel on. And if anyone spent a spell, you did spend a spell. Everyone can go ahead and long rest. Days will pass by.
Might as well, just in case.
And eventually, after about 6 days of travel, the sand starts to turn to rock as you start to enter almost like a new terrain. The ground before you is cracked, jagged, and goes on for as far as the eye can see. But you keep heading to the rising sun in the morning, following the post that was laid out before you. After about another 4 days, Rona, you hear in your head, "Stop the carts."
Stop.
As everything pulls to a halt, you peek your head out, Hector, and you see Var immediately get out of his cart and look around. He looks off to the north towards this mesa-type structure. It's stories off of the ground. If it was to be a building, it's probably up to 15, 20 stories tall. Var begins to walk towards it. He turns to you.
I'm off the cart and heading his way.
"Rona!" "This is it."
This is a rock. What is this?
"Yes, it's a rock, but on the top of a rock is the Dream Shaman. I have to speak with him. This is important."
Okay. I mean, we'll be here. I'm not scaling that. I can't do it.
Do you want to ride?
I saw the path in my dreams. Tobias, remember what we talked about? Yeah. You see him grabbing Var's gear. Puts it over his shoulder. So apparently there is a path that we can't see, but the second we go past it, there's a path. It's weird. Var saw it in his dream like 10 times on the way here. You want to come? Rona, will you please come with me? He just kind of nods to you, like a goodbye. And he turns, and he begins to walk, with Tobias and Rona following, without saying much more than a word to anyone else.
Oh, dang. Okay.
He walks towards a wall, and you watch him just phase right through it. Tobias, who has been known to be a coward up to this point, walks forward and walks right through it.
I will follow.
As you do as well, you walk into a crevice. Above you can see the light that pours down. There is plant life above, because you can see water dripping down. It's almost like a cave, a damp cave. Through the light coming down, you see it bouncing off of very vibrant green leaves that are vine hands stretched down through the cave. As you walk forward, you see that there's a staircase just completely out of nowhere. It's kind of digging out of the wall, but it's not stone. It's wood. It looks like it shouldn't be there. It looks like something from a dream. Var begins to walk up the staircase. Come on. Tobias follows after, as well as you. As you walk up this place, it's surreal, it's beautiful, it feels like almost like a pocket dimension. A moment ago, you were in the scorching hot desert. Not a thing in sight besides rocks. And now, it feels cool. Almost like you're on the underside of a waterfall. And as you walk up, some water drips on your head. It feels good on your skin. You haven't showered in a while, but it feels good. You continue forth until Var pushes through almost a curtain of leaves. As he pushes through, you watch Tobias follow after, and then you. On the other side of this, you see a small settlement. Humanoids. Humans, really, all of them. As Var walks through, he stops about 5 feet after the door. You walk in, along with Tobias, and everyone in front of you at their own tents or campfires or cooking, whatever they're doing, all the heads turn and face Var. All of these members of this settlement stand up simultaneously and watch as Var begins to step forth. Tobias and you follow after. As you walk through the settlement, there is a massive tent, almost like a teepee, on the far end, overlooking the desert. And as you walk forward, something blows your mind. Below is not the desert, but instead a fantastical realm. Below you are trees that grow out of the sides of rocks. The grass has a bluish and purplish texture to it. The sky itself, the farther you get to this teepee, takes on an almost purplish hue, but not like one before a storm, but rather one that you never imagined you had ever seen. As you walk closer, you look far off in the distance and you see rocky spires that stretch up farther than you've ever seen anything, any mountain, reach. And as you look farther in the sky, amazed by what you see, in the far distance, you see a flying ship. Sails on the underside. As you turn your head back to look where you came from, it looks like Kavorat. But as your head spins back, it's almost like it phases into this new altered reality. Var gets about 10 feet away from the entrance to this teepee, and a figure walks out, dark-skinned, bald, long, white beard. The man you saw in your dream. He steps out, looks at Var, wide eyes, but still looks blind. His head veers past to look in your direction, not directly at you. He looks back to Var, and Tobias is just kind of between the two of you, like, place is cool, huh? There's a flying ship.
I see it.
How's it doing that?
What a noob.
A nerd.
The dream shaman reaches out and grabs Var's shoulder. I'll be right back. Rona, I'm I'm going to learn. And then he kind of gets pulled into the tent. He's going to learn his purpose. Can I put this down anywhere, or it's a little heavy? He has a lot of stuff. He's a small guy, but has a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, one of the settlers come up and grab his stuff. Yeah, anywhere's fine. Is she taking it into her place?
Did you just let her steal
I don't
from you?
know. I don't know, but Var told me for the past couple nights he's been having dreams of Avelium. But it wasn't his dreams though. It was like projected to him from this shaman. I guess we got close enough in his area or whatever, and yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, Var walks out after about 30 minutes. Rona. We have to talk.
You're not coming back, are you?
No.
Shantaea said 4.
I've waited a long time for this. Since I was a kid, I didn't know who I was, what I was, and now I finally met someone to guide me. I won't just not be coming back. For me to fulfill my destiny, Rona, I have to leave this form. Similar to Score, although not as gruesome. I'm not going to die. I'm going to be lifted into the reality that was meant for me.
Right.
It's gonna take some time for me to get ready, but he can train me. Without saying anything, he slowly goes for a hug.
I'll give him a hug.
As you two hold each other, his voice muffled against your shoulder, you hear him say, I couldn't have done this without you.
I know.
He pulls back in tears. I'll miss you, but I will see you again.
You better.
Tobias is just like, I know in your plans you said I'm staying here, but they're going home and we're staying? Yes, I'll explain that later to you, but I don't want to hold you up. Your duty, your future is here. The shaman told me. You, Hector, Eldon, and Cerseus have something important to do. Something important for me to complete my task. But I need to leave this world now. The longer I'm here, the more Score can hurt me. if I'm on his playing field, it'll be a fair fight. The dream shaman pops his head out. He speaks. He opens up his mouth, and you see the tongue cut off. Ah. This gives you a nod. Almost as a thank you. And he reaches a hand out for Var. Var turns. I love you.
I love you too.
He turns, walks into the tent, and Tobias I'm gonna find out if that lady stole my stuff. It was a pleasure to meet you, Queen, Honora, Rona, and everyone. It was really nice. I'm a little sad I don't get to stay in the carriage, but flying ships, hope they're real. Maybe I can fly on one. I don't know. Been a pleasure. I guess I say goodbye now.
I guess so.
So, no, that doesn't feel right. He turns away and just starts to walk away. He does like 3 double takes back at you. You good?
Go on.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
What a loser.
Literally
You
go.
hear the shaman from the inside shout. And Var runs back out one more time. Runs up to you and holds you one last time. He's never squeezed this hard before.
Kick his ass, please.
I will. Tell Hector, that if you die on his watch, I'll haunt his nightmares forever. Tell, Eldon, we're cool.
Okay.
Well, it would be cool.
And tell, the sorcerer,
Yes! Yes! The one time I wanted it.
he's a good friend.
Oh.
He will not believe you said that.
I know, and that's what makes it funny. I love you, sister. See you around.
Yeah.
And he turns and walks away.
It would be cool.
All the settlers begin to merge to form a line for you to exit. And as you begin to back up, you take one last look at what Avelia might look at, or will look like. It has a beauty to it. It's alien, but it is beautiful. It's a form of nature you've never witnessed before. And as you turn, and your feet touch the sand once again at the top of this mesa, one last look at the tent. The last time you will see your brother Var in the flesh. As you descend back into the cave, its cool nature has a chill about it. Uncomforting almost. Now that you're walking out alone, that loneliness hits a little hard. As you continue down these dream-woven steps, you exit. And the moment you see your party, Hector, Eldon, and Cerseus, a light sparks back inside of you. That loneliness dissipates. You feel you are on the right path. And you feel Var is on his. You step forth. Hector can obviously tell that was tough. You guys embrace in a hug. Cerseus, over near you, Aeneas sees what's going on. Oh, I don't think he's coming back. But look, your friend is mourning the loss, I guess, of her brother. Let's go join the hug. Come on.
I'll go. As I'm walking, just doing a quick bracelet attempt. Goodbye, wizard. And I'll go hug.
As you go up to hug, Aeneas, you feel Aeneas just grab the back of your head, Rona. It's okay. Cerseus joins in the group hug. Turles looks over to you. Eldon.
Hmm?
I think they're doing something without us. Come on.
Oh, I can't have that now.
You guys walk out. Turles says to you, "Oh,
Where's Var?
He looks up. Judging by the emotion, I don't think he's coming back." He walks up, puts an arm around you, and just kind of puts an arm on your shoulder, Rona.
He's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Join the hug, Eldon.
Oh yeah. Eldon's like, I know all about this. And he's just
Eldon
like,
goes to the part where
Grief!
it's like,
I understand this
I know.
emotion.
I know these family members, and just
oh. As,
Cersei's just gonna try and lighten the mood. In the middle of it, he's just be like, "All right, guys, I know we're all feeling some type of way, but it's a little too hot for a group hug to last longer than 10 seconds."
You hear Aeneas say, "That's why I chose the top where there's still air."
a nice
As you guys, disembrace, or unembrace, whatever the word is.
Disengage.
Disengage.
As you disengage your hug,
no attacks.
Rona, you feel you are not alone. You searched so long for your brother your entire life that it feels weird that that part is complete. It feels like it should have never been completed. And as you stand here with the rest of your group, you feel loved. You feel that they are loyal to you. True friends. And maybe some more. But as everyone stands there with you, you take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you feel acceptance. You've accomplished your goal as the Dream Protector. You've gotten the Dream Walker to where he needs to be. That part of your journey is over. And now the part of Queen Honora really begins. So, as you all saddle back up, you unhinge that last carriage and you let that last sand gnat.
The world's biggest sand
You
gnat.
let the last sand drake free as he scuttles away. The rest of you continue eastbound
And now?
to the Black Mountains to head back to Al-Dhari. 10 more days pass by. And as you reach the base of the eastern side of the Black Mountains, you disembark, loosing the sandrakes into the wild, ditching your carriages off on the side. With all rations from your trip consumed, you are back on your own as you begin to trek up the mountain. Now that you have made it here, and you are on your way up, is there anything that you guys wish to talk about?
I really missed my mountains.
As you begin to climb, Turles just bolts past you. He's
home.
You get that.
home.
You get that Billy going out.
As he makes it up, he's just, Hector, we're home.
It's easier to breathe now.
He begins to climb up more. Oh, I miss the elevation. Do you feel your ears start to pop? Do you feel that?
I do. They're thinner. I love it.
He begins to climb up. He's almost like 100 feet ahead of you at this point, just scouting out the terrain, doing his thing. Ennius, on his pillow. I enjoy the cold, but I would rather float. And he just floats, keeps on going. Anything that you guys wish to talk about as you trek up the mountain to reach your rendezvous point assigned to you nearly a year ago?
I think Cerseus on the way there, one of the knights would have told the whole group about his arm and his vision and everything. Just putting that out there. But
Yeah.
he's gonna go to Eldon. Kind of just, Eldon, aren't we, we're getting close to the point, aren't we?
We got a little bit of a way to go, but we're pretty close.
You got just about a day of marching in the mountains to get where you need to get.
I'm talking about, the group, future group.
Oh, yeah.
We're pretty
Ah.
close.
The anchor.
Yeah.
We gotta
Why do
start
you-
getting ready for that too. We're down another man and we had to fight them all. And Hector did have to fight himself last
Man.
time.
He's got it
We may be
figured
in
out this
trouble.
time.
Well,
I
we
ain't
may be
worried
in
about
trouble
him.
this time.
I'm worried about
I'm
myself.
I'm worried about the others that we're gonna have to face that are still with the group.
Are you worried about yourself? Is that what I'm hearing? Because I ain't worried about nothing but getting home.
There is no future you in that group, but there's a future me, so
Yeah, you worried about yourself over there.
I'm scared of what he can do.
Destroy him before you get the chance to see. That is the fun of it, is it not? Fighting yourself, seeing who is better, the past or the future. The two timelines colliding.
I'm gonna kick my ass.
Exactly, you better kick your own ass. Thanks for the support.
I'm coming for you.
He just goes to a mirror. Look here, Buster.
As you guys continue
Tired of
forth,
you.
Tired of you creating problems for me.
Eldon, you begin to see as you travel, because you've been keeping an eye out for it once you hit the mountains. You're looking for the exact place you were told to release the smoke signals, which it might be more covert than needed, but it is what Shanga and his spies are looking for to retrieve you. So, as you head up, you see where it's at. It's kind of it's almost like it's like a tower off to the side. It is a mountain, but it is a very thin spire. As you make your way there, Ennius comes up to you, Hector. I haven't felt a cold breeze on my face in decades. It feels nice. It feels so nice.
I am sorry for what happened to you. None of us knew.
Hector, you and I didn't even know each other. I was taken and replaced by some imposter long before you were even able to know who I was.
Yes, it's jarring to think the version of you that I saw was never actually you.
I'm going to destroy him, whoever he is. Whether it be a Kavorat spy, one of Parallax's ideas, I don't know, but whoever he is, he's mine.
I would
So,
love to watch. I'll cut your path to
if
it.
we can set that up, I'll make a whole arena for it. As he continues forth, I'm really going to test out this magic carpet pillow thing. He just takes off. Whee!
Wee. Wee.
When it gets a little bit rockier, Turles is waiting at certain alcoves to help like people up. Reaches out to you, Hector. It's kind of a big jump. Well, a standing jump. It's a tall area you have to climb. So he reaches down to help everyone out. As he pulls you up, look at you. Task succeeded. Mission accomplished. My king gives you a pat on the back. Reaches down for you, Rona. Pulls you up. Now, we're about to leave Kavorat. Does that mean I have to keep on calling you Queen?
I don't know.
You got it. Rona helps you up. Hold on. Well, it feels like we've been in Kavorat for a long time.
You certainly have.
Yeah, too long. Well, not as long as him. He points up to Ennius doing loops.
You still need to give me your opinion about that house design I showed to you the other day.
I told you, wraparound porch. Everyone wants a wraparound porch.
This wraparound porch is cool. I'm talking about the backyard. What are we gonna do in the backyard?
Don't
More
build a
forge.
fence. Just have the forest. You want to build it far enough. Well, hold on.
It would
He
be an
reaches down to help
Al-Dhari. It's gonna be an Al-Dhari.
Sorry, Cerseus, I was knee deep in conversation about architecture. Anyways, look at you. I don't even know what race you are. You are something special. Anyways. Hector. He kind of scuttles up next to you.
What is it?
That spire. Eldon said that's where we need to go for the smoke signals. So, as you see, it's rather steep. You need to be careful.
Will do. Oh, and in case you haven't heard, there's another one of the... you haven't actually been a part of one. But, there's an anchor point nearby here. Those are where we happen to run into our future selves.
He pulls the bow off of his back. I'll be ready.
Just keep an eye out. Let me know if you see anything.
I will. He steps forward, continues on. You guys make it a little bit farther towards the spire. As he begins to climb up, you feel the ground quake beneath you.
We found it.
Hey, we're closer than we were wanting.
As the ground quakes, though, in this area,
Oh god, Evelyn. Rock slides.
rocks begin to fall.
Oh god, no.
I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dex, come on, man.
Who
You
would
gotta
be
do me-
near me?
Near you would be
I'm wondering.
Rona. I'll let everyone be near Hector.
Plus.
Plus 6.
I'm using lucky.
The only one that doesn't
I'm
have to
using
roll
lucky.
is
That was
Ennius.
a crit fail.
Turles got a 21.
What about Icaros?
Icaros will be flying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Abe. Abe's gonna have to roll.
Ah!
I rolled a 30.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. 19.
Abe.
You said wait, +5 or +6?
Dylan.
Plus 6.
Plus 6 for Dylan. Okay.
Okay, so 20. Soft 20.
Does Abe get a +6?
I'll let Abe
My-
get it. Yeah.
My other
12.
paladin's +5. That's
no.
where I got it from.
Oh, that's rough. Yikes.
I will dive off this
What'd you get?
mountain.
26.
26.
18.
You got 30. Cerseus, what'd you get?
20.
20.
20. Soft 20.
As a small avalanche begins to slide towards you, Turles immediately jumps off to the side to avoid some of these rocks. He shouts out below for everyone to be warned properly. And as the rocks come, everyone is able, including Abe, to get out of the way. This was a small landslide. Ahead of you, you see something, Hector. Something high in the sky.
There he is.
A winged, almost lion-looking creature.
Felidar.
There he is.
He's here.
as the rider wields a massive warhammer.
Oh, here we go.
You see him circling around, almost looking out for something. And even though you're far, far apart, you swear the two of you lock eyes. He then dips down at a 90-degree and disappears over the small few rocky mountains in front of you. You feel one more time the earthquake beneath you. Your fist clenches your halberd. With your destination just beyond in sight, you have one last thing to take care of. And that is where we're going to end this chapter of Kymaticus. So,
How you gonna do this dirty like that? How you gonna scare us?
We had another 20, 30 minutes.
So, thank you for stopping by, Traveler, and we hope you enjoyed your time here with us. For now, we must part, but do stop by again soon. Stay safe out there, Traveler, and keep moving forward until we meet again. Bye.
Ow.
Oh.
No.
Oh.